Good afternoon. My name is Silindile Ngobo, a lecturer at Mgungundlovu TVET at North Day campus. I'll be discussing briefly the 5 principles of Vygotsky socio-cultural theory. The first one is the students construct their own knowledge. Students construct knowledge by building on their experiences and on their prior knowledge, that is, on their previous knowledge about the content or the subject in question. In my discipline, I teach applied management in hospitality, which has to deal with the business side of the hospitality industry as to how are you going to manage to stand out in the competitive industry, which is tourism. The process and their ability to think, reflect, and reason about their experiences help them discover new connections and elevate them to the next level of understanding. So through their previous experiences, of which sometimes it could be going for vacations with their families, then a lecturer in class can ask if they've experienced or observed anything that can be used or linked to the content of that particular day. The second one is learning needs mediation. Like the famous saying which goes, change is the only constant. The human brain keeps changing constantly, is high subtly and very receptive. Mediated learning is a proven system that leverages the plasticity of the brain by triggering brain activity by doing one simple thing, asking of good questions to the child. So if a lecturer, while conducting a lesson or a session in class, it is advisable to ask questions. Like, for instance, if I'm doing a module at N4 in planning, module 2, then I should ask students what do they understand about the term planning in general before I can even relate it to the content that we are to discuss. So that makes them feel important and involved in the discussion. The third one is learning happens at 2 levels. The learning happens first with the social level and then extends to the individual level. That is, as already discussed above. Interpsychological learning and interpsychological learning leads to the overall and effective development of a child. The fourth principle is social context insignificant. The significance of the social context is cognitive development cannot be emphasized enough. So it is advisable for lecturers to make sure that they allow students to exercise their own thinking when they conduct lessons or lectures. The child just being exposed to a proper group and healthy social environment by itself can result in a faster rate of cognitive development. The last one is learning happens within the zone of proximal development. There are things a child can do independently, and there are things that a child cannot only do with support and guidance of others. So in this instant, a lecturer can then assist in applied management, like in practicals. There is a theory part and there is practical part in hospitality. So lecturers can assist with the practicals when they do the practicals of the subject or of those content. Thank you.